Hello, humanities students. It's Dr. Floyd. I'm a few hours early, but wanted to go ahead and get a welcome to week 4 video out to you. I've just finished up the discussion boards from week 3, and they look great. You all took the humanities and personhood. You found so many diverse kinds of sources that came at that from different angles, responded to each other really authentically. So those were a pleasure to read, and I think they will set up something I'm going to talk about that's coming up and why I'm giving you the heads up to be looking ahead. Immediately ahead is week 4 that starts tomorrow on Monday. And we're moving from the kind of more general why the humanities, value of the humanities, to getting into some different aspects now. So this week we have identity, race, culture, and ethnicity. Very appropriate for our current moment, I think you will find. And you have a discussion that really is just about the difference between race and ethnicity. And then you have an essay. So it's one of those weeks where the discussion is really about setting up the essay for you, getting lots of thoughts out, letting you talk in first person and tell your story and I thinks and all that kind of stuff in the discussion, so that you can then meld that into something a little less dependent on the I voice, but saying things directly in the essay. Even though obviously this is a very personal topic, as will be next week when we get into gender and sexuality. You may think it's super hard to talk about those without the I, but do that in the discussion, see what it turns into for the essay. So that's the week coming up. But I really wanted to talk to you about looking ahead, because there's a bigger project in this course that you need to be thinking about already, and that is your research paper. So it's a longer paper. There's a draft due in week 13. The final is due in week 15. And as soon as week 6, just a couple of weeks away now, you have to turn in the proposal for this. So a research paper starts with good inquiry. You all I've already talked about so many things. What do you have a question that you want to read more about and come to a conclusion on? That's usually where good research starts. So think about all these aspects of general defense of the humanities, but the humanities in cooperation with STEM, the humanities as standalone, the humanities as making good citizens, no, the humanities as making good individual people, the humanities in light of AI. All the things that we've been talking about are potential research paper areas, as is these next few weeks when we get into the race and gender. Race this week, gender the next week. There's a philosophy week you might look ahead for. Just looking through these titles on the week should be helpful. Because in week 6, that's where I was going with that, you're going to be turning in a proposal. Jump up to week 6. We'll be talking about philosophy and religion that week, but in addition to the discussions, you'll be turning in this research proposal. Now you can open it and see the specific directions, but it will be a little bit of work to make the proposal, because you're defining your topic specifically, maybe what your research question was, if you have a tentative answer, and you're showing that you can find enough sources to support a research paper. So I think it asks for like 20 potential sources. Not that you've done anything with them or read them yet or anything, but that you can kind of pull them together, list them. So you really want to already be on top of thinking about that. And then turning this in week 6 kind of gives me a chance to approve your topic, the direction you're going in and everything. And you have, the full, 6 more weeks or so to get a draft together. But, there will be work going on in all those weeks, the discussion boards, the small essays and stuff. So it's not like you have all the time to just be working on the research proposal and then paper. That's more in addition to everything. So pick something you like, pick something you're really interested in, and that will be best. And there's a sample proposal here in the course home under course documents. one of the documents in there is a sample, so you can get a sense of what a proposal like that would look like. But good job on week 3, everybody, and let the conversation begin for week 4 as soon as you get into looking at the websites that you're referenced to. I look forward to it, and hope you all have a good week.